Day 81 of the practice of the Bhagavad Gita. Today I'm taking the 24th shlok of the 14th adhyay, or the 24th verse of the 14th chapter. Come, let's chant it. Sama dukkha sukha swastha samaloshtasma kanchana tulya priya priyo dhira tulya nindatma samstuti. He who is ever established in the self takes pain and pleasure alike, regards a clod of earth, a stone, and a piece of gold as equal in value, is possessed of wisdom, accepts the pleasant as well as the unpleasant in the same spirit, and views censure and praise alike. As you all know, we are continuing a series of shlokas which go together, starting with the 21st shlok, where Arjun had asked Bhagwan 3 questions regarding gunas. What is the mark of the person who is risen above gunas? What is his conduct? And how can anyone rise above their gunas? Then in shlok 22, the first question was asked, what are the marks of a Gunatit? And Bhagwan replied that the Gunatit has no rag and no dvesh. Then in 23, the answer for the second question was given. What is his conduct? How does he behave? There also we had 3 points, that a Gunatit sits in witness, not disturbed by gunas, remains identified with God and never fails from that state. So this is a continuation now today in shlok 24. 3 more points are given of the second question itself. What is the conduct of a Gunatit? And we already discussed Gunatit means the one who has understood the practice or the way gunas work in our life and doesn't fall victim of the gunas. He has mastered the gunas. In this shlok, one very interesting word is there, swastha. Swastha here meaning established in the self. But we have always understood the word swastha with health or healthy, being healthy. So the word is swa, which means self, and astha meaning established. So one who is established in his self is a healthy person. And the one who is established in sansar is not established in self. That's what makes him a swastha. So here, very nice play on the word swastha. Let us see what are the points of action that we need to take to be swasth, to be established in the self. So Bhagwan says, one of them is that a Gunatit regards a clod of earth, mud, a stone, and a piece of gold as equal in value. Now, obviously, for most people, a piece of gold will be considered more valuable than a stone, unless the stone happens to be a diamond. Gold will be definitely more valuable than mud, for sure. Now, Sansar has laid down a system by which it measures the value of things, right? And this value it gives based on the rarity of the object and its availability, right? So obviously gold is more rare and less available to everyone than a piece of stone or a clod of earth, mud. Now, gold and diamonds, let's say, stone, gold and diamonds are more rare compared to mud. Therefore, they are priced higher. They are considered more precious for the general people. But for a Gunatit, they are all equal. Why? Because for him, nothing is more precious than moksha. Nothing is more precious than his liberation. So for him, all this gold and mud and stone and diamonds, these are not important at all for him, because he knows through Gyan that these things are all mithya. They are temporary things which give temporary sukh. What is most precious is sat, not asat, not mithya. That is the most precious thing, the most valuable thing. Therefore, for a Gunatit, all those three are of equal value. Gold and diamonds and everything is equal to mud only. So they are here today, gone tomorrow. But moksha, our sadhana, our goal, that is the most precious thing. Therefore, if we want to get this vivek, it's an ability to understand what is really important and what is not, then we have to go through the path of Jnana Yoga after having completed Karma Yoga to clarify our intellect. Then we will know the difference between Sat and Asat. And we will focus on what is important, Sat, what is real, and we will let Asat be dropped through Vairagya. The second point Bhagavan says is that the Gunatit accepts the pleasant as well as the unpleasant, accepts pain and pleasure both in the same way. So if you see these four things, pain, pleasure, pleasant, unpleasant, what are these things? These are sensations that we feel in the mind. We think we feel pain in the body. We think we feel pleasure in the body. No, we don't feel it in the body. We feel it in the mind. Okay? And they are reactions actually to different vishayas in sansar. But what does a Gunatit know? A Gunatit knows that vishayas are temporary and they give temporary pain and temporary pleasure, temporary sukh and temporary dukh. And where am I feeling all these things? In the mind, right? But Gunatit knows that the mind also is not real. The mind is also part of Prakriti only. Therefore, knowing very well the source of pain and pleasure, the source of, pleasant and unpleasant, as well as the equipment that we are feeling all this being all unreal, the Gunatit simply says, okay, it's happening, all this is happening in the mind, I am not the mind, so what should I do? Witness the mind, witness the pain, witness the pleasure, and develop glad acceptance for all situations, because it's not affecting me, who is Atma. Then Bhagavan says there's a third point, that a Gunatit views censure and praise alike. Censure means criticism, or censure means insult. Now, we have to understand this by an example. If you are sleeping and you get a dream, and in that dream somebody insults you or somebody praises you to high heaven, when you'll wake up, all that will be of no difference to you. In the dream someone insulted, in the dream someone praised, but when I'm waking up in my real life, none of that insult or none of that praise made any difference to me, right? So we know that in the dream it was not real. In the same way, when the Gunatit has already woken up from the dream of sansar, he knows that whatever is happening in that dream of sansar is not real. The Gunatit is perfectly clearly understood. Gunas are making someone insult. Gunas are making someone praise. Gunas are making people criticize. Gunas are working with gunas, like we did yesterday. Gunas are playing with gunas. So a Gunatit will have consciously worked on accepting this understanding of gunas working with gunas, and through rigorous sadhana, the Gunatit has risen above being affected by the play of gunas, right? So therefore, he can treat both censure and praise alike. Secondly, most important, these criticisms, these censures, these insults, these threats, these praises are to who? They are to your BMI, right? Whoever is saying all these things are saying it about who? About BMI. But I am not BMI, right? I am Atma. And nobody can insult the Atma. Nobody can praise the Atma. The Atma is beyond censure. Atma is beyond praise. So establish yourself in Atma. Then anyone's praise or anyone's censure cannot touch you, cannot affect you. It is affecting us only because we are still established in BMI. So sadhana, be the witness. Be the witness of all judgments which are passed. They are passed by ignorant people who don't know everyone's true identity. They don't know their own true identity, and they don't know the other person's true identity also. That is why they are passing these judgments. And you also don't pass your judgment by and show your own ignorance on who you truly are. Stay established in Atma, who you truly are, and then see others also as Atma. That is what Bhagwan has told Arjun. I am also telling you the same thing. Okay. More on this, because the 3 questions are not over. Tomorrow, some more. Let's chant.